Hi friends, Joanna here. How's everybody doing? I have been trying to do this video for a couple of weeks now, and well, life gets in the way. It's been busy trying to do some vendor shows and getting ready for the holidays, but I hope you guys are all doing really awesome. So a few months ago, I showed you guys how to make these fabric and lace clusters, but I showed you how to make them individually. So these were the ones that I had showed you. These, you could do them with any patterns, any fabrics. I just happen to, like the fabric and laces. So what I am going to show you today is how to make these, make them in bulk. Right? So for video purposes, I have this, we're going to do a small version, but you guys will see what I'm talking about. So I had a piece of this tan colored cotton, and I had just sewn around some lace just as a base for our clusters. So first thing, let's get started here. So again, we are just going to do a small one. So these are going to be ones that you could make a long roll, right? You could this could be as long as you want it, and then you could just cut them as you need them. So this is a really fun process to be able to have them as you need them. Also, if you have little pieces of, scrap fabrics, this is just leftover muslin, you could just do them individually. If you have long strips of any kind, you can do long strips. These long strips are great for a multitude of projects. You can wrap gifts with them, right? You can make these in bulk too. If you have scrap strips of fabrics, you can, just put a whole bunch of them together. You can use these for your journals. Let's see, all different fabrics. If you have scrap fabrics, why not just sew them together and make strips out of them, right? So this is actually the same concept. Is these, I didn't add any buttons or beads to them yet because I'm saving these for another project. So if I need something to make clusters, I have the strips already. So that's that. Okay, so let's get started here. So this is our little piece. I have my little bucket of scraps here. This is just lace and stuff left over from different projects. And something fun to add to your clusters is cheesecloth, because it gives it a nice shabby look, right? So cheesecloth, it could get a little messy. So we have our foundation, we have our little piece here. Again, this could be as long as you need it to be. However, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and add some laces and stuff. So put you over here. I'm going to move my sewing machine out of the way. So I'm just going to go and add, this is basically whatever you have, right? So I have some pretty laces here. I'm just going to be adding whatever. I love these whatever projects. You can just use whatever you have. This was from, I think this was like from a vintage curtain, right? So we're just going to add pieces. And we don't want to make them too thick because, they're going to be going in a journal, assumedly. Okay, so we'll add some pretty laces here. Let's see here. We'll have some eyelet lace. And again, we're just going to add some some fun stuff here. Maybe I'll add a little tulle. Tulle is always kind of fun to jazz up some projects here. This is just a white tulle. I like to keep certain ones with the clothespins because these can get a little out of hand. Give that a little snip. And maybe I'm going to add some more lace. So this is just stuff that I was working on today, and I was actually for the past week. So this lace is, you can't really tell, but it's like a champagne color. It's like a really fun color here. Adds a little, let's see here. Okay. All right. Anything else that we could add in here? I mean, you could really go crazy. You can add a lot of stuff. See here, more pieces of these, and I'll just make those. So use whatever you have. All in favor of using just whatever you have on hand. This is all, I just put them on a ribbon tool, a ribbon roll here. Yeah, you can make some, again, if you have these little strands left over, put some, you know, fabric and lace on these. Again, they're good for wrapping. Let's see here. All right, so I think this is good for right this second. We have quite a bit of stuff on here. And let's see, I think I put my cheesecloth away. All right, here it is. So I'm just gonna put the cheesecloth on here. It gets messy right away. All right, so we've just added some fun stuff here. See, it's getting crazy already. It's gonna roll away. It's like fishing net here, right? So we can still see our laces on the bottom here. We added our tulle. We just added some stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give a stitch right down the center here. A quick stitch. And then we can add our stuff. I just want to give a quick stitch so I can try and keep everything to stay together here. I'll do a wide zigzag. Actually, now I'll just do a straight stitch here. I still have my walking foot on here from a quilt that I was working on. You just want to keep everything, try to keep everything together as much as possible. And this is such an easy way to do things. You're just doing it, again, if you're doing a you know, a long one, then that's good, because like I said, you'll have these forever. You'll have them for whenever you need something. So I just did a quick little stitch here. And now the fun part. I have my 2 little cups of my buttons and my beads. All right, so we'll grab some hot glue, and then we will decorate our clusters. All right, so it's whatever buttons you have. It's whatever color you want to use. So here, this is going to be long ways here. So I'm just going to put them along here. Grab some, try to use small beads, because assuming these are going into a journal, right? Okay, so pick out some, these are vintage beads, so most of them are. All right, so go ahead and add we'll add our buttons first. Right, and then, all right. So it doesn't matter. You can, like with these guys, you can add as much as you want. You can add big buttons with a couple of little pearls here, right? You can add whatever. All right. So with the pearls, we're just going to randomly add some pearls here, and then we'll do another button. So we're just going to go down the line. Excuse me. The size of your cluster is whatever size you want to make them. These are usually generally about like 1.25 inches, around that width. Okay, so added our button, right? Same thing. You can add another small little button, give it, you know, a little flair. But I just like to generally add some, excuse me. Let's see, did I have any of these? Let's see. Yeah, like with this one, I added a couple of buttons and less pearls. So it's all up to however you want to do it. Okay, let's see here. This is a different color one. But, so as you can see, this can be done. You can make your strips, just sew down all your fabrics, and then at a later date add your, you know, your buttons or your pearls or whatever you're going to add, you know. It's up to you. It's up to however much time you have. This way you have the foundation pretty much already. So I'm just going to assume we'll do 4 clusters out of this one. Let's see here. I try to use medium-sized buttons. Oh, I found another one of these. These are cool. I like these buttons. So just adds a little color. Let's see if I have any more small beads here. And like these are kind of look the same, but we're just doing it for the video so you guys get an idea. And I have this little oval bead that looks kind of cute. A little pearl there. Right? So there's our cluster. Our cluster that we can have for a later date. You can leave it like this, right? Oh, I didn't even sew this one down. This one came out. I knew I was going to do a zigzag stitch, but I had my walking foot in here. Okay, so I just glued it. You can glue the whole thing. You don't have to sew any of it anyway, you know. So, but usually when you're putting the glue on with the buttons and the pearls, you know, these will usually stay and be fine. So we just made 4 clusters all at once, right? So I'm going to give it the old chop suey. Right? And there's our clusters. We just made 4 in 1. If you are planning to sell these, this would be a great way to make a whole bunch of them all at once. So when you're making them like this, you're going to get the squared edges. If you're making them individually, if you're putting these together individually and you're putting your fabrics on, you could just pop them into your sewing machine and chain piece them. You know, just put your fabrics on. Oh God, I just want a little piece of fabric. So you could, you know, if you're putting your fabrics on here, and you could do, this is not a good example. Anyway, you could put your fabrics on here and then just stitch them right down in the, in your sewing machine, and just stitch them all together. So you have one, you'll wind up with just one big chain. And then you could also just do the chain. You could do that, and then again later at another date go back and embellish them with any of the buttons and the pearls. These are lots of fun. I'm just gonna trim this off a little bit. It looks a little raggedy. So let me know what you guys think. These are very, very fun. I enjoy making these because this one on the end looks a little, but anyway, you could always, fiddle with it. So what do you guys think? These are lots of fun, and they're really, really pretty. They make a great accent for so many things. If you are, giving gifts for the holidays, you can add them to a gift, right? So this is a gift for a friend of mine. I just grabbed a little envelope with a little ephemera on it, and then I'm going to put my little cluster on there and do that. So that makes a nice little gift, right? And the little strands I showed you before, very cute. Also, if you want to give a gift card to somebody, you can always add it to an envelope. This was an envelope I just had sewn on some Webster's dictionary paper on it. And then my little cluster, excuse me, and I added it to a tag, right? So we have our little gift, we have our gift card holder, we have a cute little tag, right? These are some super fun ideas. I didn't adhere this yet. So this is actually the front of a little bag that I had just put some lace. I had just glued some lace on it. I used a cluster here, and then I folded the bag in half, and this will now be you could just put your gift card in there. These fit. These are really fun to make. So this is a cute little idea for the holidays. You want to make a pretty little gift card holder. This is a perfect size. These little paper lunch bags. Let's see here. Let's see. I had showed you these little purses in a previous video. I'll try to link them. And I just added some clusters to the bottom of them. If you're giving money for the holidays, right? How cute is that for a little girl? Or anyone who likes to journal, they could reuse this in their journal, right? This wouldn't fit a gift card, but so that's it. Lots of great ideas, lots of fun things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little messy here today. My space, my sewing room, I don't have much room as I do in my studio. So let me know what you guys think. Give a thumbs up, and I will be seeing you guys real soon because I have a whole bunch of stuff that I want to work on, and these are really cute for pretty much just about any project, any journal, traveler's notebook. If you are making a fabric journal cover, you can, add these to them, right? You can make them longer and use them for belly bands, right? You can add them to a tuck, right? If you wanted to make this a tuck spot, you can add a little pocket and add this to the bottom of it. So, right? So we have some gift card holders. We have gifts. If you're giving cash, these are kind of fun to add to these. Little coin purses. So thank you guys so much, and give a thumbs up, and thank you so much for all of your support, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Take care.